Greetings, stupid system thing. Greetings, Cybers. It's Kuro back with more Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Tural. It's been a hot minute since I've been here because after spending that entire, nearly more than the entire week, literally the majority of 2 weeks ago, streaming, I needed a break from just content creation in general. I did post like one TikTok, but that's pretty much on par with me. But now we're finally back to it. The rite of succession. I don't know why I said ascension. It's a succession here. To help Wiglamats take the throne and preserve peace for Tural. And we got a bit more insight into her as well as her siblings and that two-headed punk but cool Jaja. And here's my thing. I gotta say, what's with you people thirsting over Bakul Jaja? Like, I've seen people thirst over Xenos, and at least Xenos was actually remotely attractive, but what do y'all see in Bakul? I can't, why? Like, why? Am I tweaking? I think I'm tweaking. I don't know. Anyway, let's just focus on getting back to the story already. It's been too long. A leaking work pot. Renville is concerned about the dangers on the road. As he should be, considering he's traveling with us. The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road will be taking his favorite hunting ground for bandits. Bandits is nothing to us. I've literally faced worse than bandits in this game. Bandits are nothing. With the stairs currently impassable, there will be fewer travelers, meaning the break-ins will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering personal company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. It very much is. Bandits on the road. What have Zeralja and the Lance Guard been doing? It seems up to me to restore the order to the area. And off she goes. And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. Alright. We also finally went to our first dungeon for this expansion, and I gotta say, it was fun! We got to see Cryo finally start her stuff with Pick the Master job, and we got to have a local map fight alongside it as well. I don't see any difficulty in the content so far. I don't know what people are talking about. Either they are not used to this, or they're just used to just running around with NPCs the whole time. When you play this game, as long as I have to get used to making mistakes alongside other players, so there really should be any reason to be complaining. The only time I ever had actual difficulty in anything regarding this game is that one instance area. What was it? What was it? The Boston Southern Front. That area was horrible. It was horrible to progress through, and you needed to progress through that place just to upgrade a weapon, and the materials needed for that. For each step of the weapon got worse and worse to gather with each and every single freaking step. Oh, and I had to do it 4 times. They made it so much better in Endwalker, and hopefully they'll keep it that way in Dawn Trail. Now that I think about it, how are they going to make the relic weapon for this expansion anyway? Hopefully they keep it the same, that we just need to use tomestones for it, but I doubt it. I just want to make it easier for us that one time. Oh, I see. This is the river which feeds the waterfalls above Okanu. They are, aren't they? Cool. Again and again, I am struck by the majesty of the falls. It is difficult to comprehend the sheer volume of water this natural wonder produces. I felt eyes on us several times as we made our way here, though they soon seemed to lose interest. Either that's the wildlife, or bandits sizing us up. The bandits' lair is said to be somewhere near here, but I prefer we avoid seeking out trouble. Or involve something you need to really learn really quick. Trouble, we don't seek out trouble. Trouble is always seeking out us, whether we wanted to or not. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently, they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little further ahead, on the opposite bank of Mayakabekzama. Good lord. But let's remain vigilant all the same. I feel like I'm casting some spell saying these areas' names. Like, good lord. And up, I see it. There's the ether current for this area. We're on the other end of the Okhanu area. So the rest of the ether current should be over here for this area. Alright, the next one is... She went to Yalm South. We'll probably be heading down there soon for a quest or whatever. Tural. Come on, buddy. This is a lot faster this way. So that is true. The bandits must be taking the smart routes and not trying to attack us. And we're here, Earthensire. No trouble at all. Surprising. Even as Hanu culture is distinct from the Manu, Woodland society is developed quite differently to that of their goblin cousins. Indeed. So this is Earthensire. Not another claimant in sight. Does this mean we're ahead or behind? I'd say both, probably. Because remember, there's 4 claimants here, including Wookle Matt, so more than likely, we're probably behind someone, but ahead of others at the same time. Goodness me, it's like the entire village is made of pottery. Actually, looking at the buildings, they do look like they're made of pottery. Like those mud pots you make that you spin and mold with your hands and everything, those things. I never really made any of those myself because I did not know how and I wasn't really willing to learn. This is it. The village where the lay of pots from Tural saga took place. Let me try to auto event. Earthensire, Ildesire. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? Oh yeah, because Ildesire was home to a bunch of goblins as well. Maybe the naming conventions are somewhat alike. The settlements themselves couldn't be more different though. This sire appears custom built to resemble pots, while the other is a repurposed town. Yep. Hello there. Elderly mobbing woman. Welcome to Earthensire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the Dirt Promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant Selector, if you happen to know who that is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Rite is the elector you seek. Tongue flaps. I'll never get tired of how different beast tribes communicate. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. As much as Rite would like to do just that, we have much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the Potsworn were injured. This is no time for feats or mental tests. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd be caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potsworn? Goldsmiths contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The Moblins provide these Potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Tural. Oh. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. If this is the best they can offer, I should have never left Wachi Meki. That doesn't sound good. You see, the pots won't desert us. Without enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the pot pact. Should all our pots leave, Earth and Soil will grind to a halt. We'll have to do something and do it soon. Then let us lend a hand for the injured helpers. It would give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village, and would bring us closer to regaining defeat, then all the better. What's this be the one? Let's us get the keystone just from doing this. Like, no fee required, and anything. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. Now, welcome, Matt. You should know it this better. You should know us by now. We may not be obligated to join in, but we're more than likely going to anyway. Of course, I'll help. I mean, it helps squeeze things along. I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. Well, I'll help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. We'll take every help hand we can get. Rita Rock truth swears that once the pots have their perfect workshops again, we will commence defeats with all haste. You and the Dirt Promise can assist help hand Rakarok. Alright? You other four, follow Ready Rock. There are other help hands in need of hand lending. I really appreciate you pitching in. Yeah, of course I would. I meant what I said at many fires. There will be no more feigning strength, no more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Well, you can look no further. Now, let's go find this Rakarok fellow and see what we can do for him. Let's be on our way then. But I need to attune to this Aetheryte first, so we can fast travel when we need to. Always attune to the Aetheryte when you reach to a new area, something I had to learn very quickly. Otherwise, it can bite you in the ass. Oh, and the Alpaca Keep. Or Chocobo Porter, technically, when you think about it. Do I need to repair my gear? No, I'm good. I think I found our help hand. First, we'll solve this problem for the Moblins, then we'll see about completing their feats. Rakarok can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pact is broken and the pots are emptying. Luckily, we're here to help. You come to aid Rakarok? Rakarok accepts your hand, lending with joyous smiles. If we can offer the Potsworn their promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. Lending a help hand. Rakarok needs help learning about the Potsworn Kahi. What Rakarok needs is for new help hands to create good living for Potsworn Kahi. The help hand assigned to Kahi was hurt during the rock rain, so Rakarok took over, but he knows nothing of Kahi. What does Kahi want? What does Kahi need? Help hands do not bother the Potsworn with straight tasks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guest thinking. Please guest think with Rakarok. Find out what Kahi is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on us. Yep. This is where Kahi works, is it? I'm probably butchering that name, I don't know. It's hard to tell when you don't have voice acting for some of these. They usually say the voice acting for important stuff. Let's take a peek inside then. Yep. That must be Kahi. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just ask him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. Nope. We'll have to leave him be and try to hand it some guest think. Inspect the workshop. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a point of interest and examine it with more detail with the left mouse button. Alright. Start. Inspect the workbot and deduce what Kahi might need to improve his working conditions. It must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How can anyone working in this deafening heat? I mean, I'm pretty sure blacksmiths can do that. Then again, these aren't blacksmiths. Well, he has no sorts of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing. Those tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones? That's probably it. Untouched meal. He's barely touched his meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot or lose its savor. So it's more than likely the tools, because he's not wants for food nor materials. So it's either the tools or the airflow. Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahi might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rakarok. Right. You made your observations? What did you guys think? First off, I noticed Kahi hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking? But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Rakarok is still of nothing when it comes to Kahi's taste. I can help you with that. My brother Kona is also Hitsaru Mikoto. And while everyone has their personal taste, preferences, there are some they do tend to share. Like an aversion to popping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahi probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down. By the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The similar solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Rakarok never would have thought of that. Did your promise mind explaining these things to our cook? Not at all. But I don't think that was the only reason Kahi couldn't concentrate. Tetsaru homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahi seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you can cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a drafty shard. They make lovely breeds. Do you know where we can find one of those? You can gather them from the souls of no return. There are many old boats there abandoned by those who gave up on their search for the Golden City. I'll handle that myself. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Can you handle that for us, Kokusan? No problem. Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahi's files and saws and things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order. Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials, a serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The souls of no return are past the crags, through a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Leave it to me. Alright, so we need some breezy rocks. Or whatever those things are called. We already just called them. Yeah, figure it out. Look around for a tunnel from the vantage points. Alright. Let's see now. Oh, Kona, Thancred. You're a Kokusan, aren't you? What brings you out here? Yeah, looking for some breezy stones. The issue with caring for the pots one. When they approached me with the same problem, I suggested they commission artisans from Charlian instead. Quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I can understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense when we begin the defeat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Oyonji, in fact. So to mention Kazama Uka too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn servants? One of my first acts would be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital, when I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlian technology. My apologies. I have much to consider. Clearly. If you'll excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Gogo-san. Stay safe, you two. Now, let's see. That tunnel should be... I think right there. Yeah, that's gotta be it. You spot the tunnel opening. Head through the passage to the Souls of No Return and recover the Drafty Shard. Like, I've probably said this to death by this point, but I really actually, out of all the claimants so far, Connor is really the only one I truly respect, besides Uklamat. Like, the second promise, or no, the first promise, he seems to know what he wants. He does know what he wants, but what he wants is to bring war to Tural, and doing so to the rest of Eorzea and further beyond. Doing so would be counterproductive to Tulial's progress. And quite frankly, after everything we went through trying to avert the final days, a war is the last thing we need. And you already know how I feel about Bakul Jaja. Hell, he doesn't even know what he plans to do when he becoming Dawn server. He has no plans whatsoever. He just wants to prove that he as well as his race is all superior. And to that end goal is willing to drive out all the other races to do it. Like, those two clearly don't know what they're doing. In fact, the first promise, we had that cutscene looking through, seeing all the claimants after the dungeon. It seemed like not Bakul, I can't remember Jakul. I think his name was just Jakulja. The first promise didn't seem like he was all there. As if he was just a husk, just speaking automatically. And there's his right-hand man that was with him. He seemed like he was the one in control here. I don't know. Something about him just rubbing me the wrong way, and not like Bakul Jaja does. Bakul is just someone that's just something like I hate. Like, I can't wait to take him down. But the first promise, something's off with him. And I feel like it's going to come back to bite us if we don't notice it soon. Anyway, let's find that tunnel, because I don't know how I got turned around like this trying to find it. Trying to read this map without my glasses is a pain in the ass, but it's hard to use Warudo or any face tracking software with my glasses on. Let's see, 153 Yam southeast. So somewhere around that way. Yep, there it is. Right where we need to be. Maybe too far away, it's right here. While I'm out here, I might as well have my motifs just in case. Probably orange crystal? I don't think so. Oh, that's probably a bright green crystal. Because knowing elements and everything in this game, you want to look for specific colors that correlate with certain elements. This crystalline shard emanates a soothing whisper of wind. Seems to found the crystal Rakarok sent you to salvage. Yep. Alright, let's head back. And by that I mean just teleport back. Is that a cool piece Rakarok feels? Indeed it is. Here you go. And see, we'll go Matt's back too. Just in time. Yes, thank you for finding a drafty sword. Rakarok will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook was prepared a feast fit for the most discerning head sorrow, and it's on its way as we speak. Perfect. Let's go in and see what Kahi thinks of our efforts. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a pot pact. I am grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment to see, and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a pot sworn. I say that was an accomplishment. Oh. An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volok Sunsa. Craftsmanship satisfies Earthensire's reputation for quality, I trust. Oh, that does look good. And that's an oil lamp? Such luster, such brilliance. Truly it gets fit for the Dawn Serpent. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. Kona, forgive my interruption. Lemity. I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a podsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, second promise. I drew inspiration from Cosmo Uka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. I wondered why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Sarlian goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tural, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hetzero, more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tural's various peoples was eye-opening. He lived as a traditional Hetzero. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Right, he spent most of his time in Sarlian, didn't he? So he wouldn't know what it's like. Well, not much anyway. He knows somewhat, it seems. What the heck, forget that time. I tried a severing of the disc to prepare Fukahi. It was so good I had a second helping. Now my workspace is just the way I like it. I have inspiration oozing from every pore. Think that latter one's nice? Just wait until my next masterpiece. I'm certain it will be great. Rakarok is very grateful to you. I thank you for both your hard work and clever guessing. When it comes to help handing, knowing the potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. The Feats of Pots. Kona has details to share concerning the forthcoming Feats of Pots. At least he's willing to share them. The elected bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I'll head over at the finding Dankard and Oriente. Oh, I also ran into the Levier twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. I'll consider it. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now, he's conspicuous to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Red Rock waiting. Yep, let's get this feat started. Is there anything else here? Nope, it's a little like it. Red Rock thanks you for assisting Hellpan Rock. She will announce defeat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. No problem. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the Potsworn to stay. How did you fare? Likewise. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. The First Promise. Welcome to Earthensire First Promise. We support your plans for stealth crossings and the new Potsworn they will bring. Hail the mighty Zeraja. He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebble stones. The resilience sought up to Dawn's servants. Zeraja was clearing falling rocks? I'm surprised he would volunteer this time for anything unrelated to the contest. Well, we meet again. Ugh. Looks like everyone's here. Just in time for the feats begin. I bet he was already here, laying low, while the rest of us did all the work. Clements, your attention please. As Red Rock has explained, many of our Potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jingly sign from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthensire will suffer. Our merchants will suffer. So Red Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we're to recruit a new Potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Red Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zeraja's disqualification. The rite is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. So he's willing to do it at least. Then Red Rock declares the feat of pots begun. But remember, a pot pact must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. Got it, KuroZeraphimVT? Like, imagine as soon as he said that, everyone just immediately looks super cool, The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do. Oh, great. A fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. Ugh. That nasty brute is after something. Aye, but he may seek to delay us again as he did down the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Proclamat? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans among my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tural to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Probably. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand? Just, that's a statement of fact. We get it, don't worry. I suppose we could try asking around with Meki. Actually, didn't an artisan leave saying they were headed back there? I think I know who we can look for. It seems like a logical place to start. Back to Tural it is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? If it is, that'll be funny. No, I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. You can and you will, woman. On your feet. He said I should bear my burdens. So we'll speak plainly. The truth is, you can't swim. I get really, really sick on boats. Wicklamat, Hun, sweetie, my friend. We already knew that! That was obvious from the start. Wicklamat, this is hardly news. Thank you, Arenville. But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will? Are you sure? Oh, look at that face. He's so hopeful. I'm positive. Mostly. It's better than nothing. Okay? Oh. See? All good. What obstacle will KuroZeraphimVT is next? Or will he try something more direct? Who knows with him? You mentioned the parts point in our care required a constant stream of encouragement in order to craft. The four of us must have chanted the same cheer dozens, if not hundreds of times. Ernville was scolded more than once for not cheering loudly enough. Seriously? Wicklamat suffers from such terrible bouts of seasickness. Has had a spell or a potion that can ease her nausea. I've procured many unusual items for clients, but meeting the personalized needs of a participant is not an experience I'd care to repeat. I need a moment. Upriver or downriver. The river! It's too tough for me. I wasn't gonna try to pronounce that again. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Wapuli can help us recruit a Quadsworn. Alright, let's go see. Hopefully we're not doing a lot of back and forth and backtracking. That's where we headed to again. Right, over here. Seriously, how does a tribal city like this get such a jazzy background thing? Like, seriously. It's got no right being this good. Meki is a gathering spot for skilled artisans of all kinds. If we're to find the platform candidates, I can think of no better place than to begin our search. So this is the Meki that Wicklamat is talking about. I've had yet to make it this far in my wanderings. It's either Waku Meki or Meki, I don't know. I never about to see her on our first tour of the city, but time did not permit a close look. I'd like to observe these masters at work. Surely at least one person will answer with the man's call for a pot sworn. Maybe Master Wapley can help us. Well, let's see. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to Meki Meki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? Don't worry. It's not that. No, Master Wapley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. We need help finding a pot sworn. So, what do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Putting my artisans for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only, I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with the mastery of goldsmithing that would have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? Oh, the Eoysian goldsmith. What about him? The one we helped gather his courage. I mean, Von Zintain. He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the salt, back in Old Da, right? And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind him moving a little up the river. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the pot sworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fontaine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day. Probably enjoying the meal over a Balyav Thai. It's a Balyav Thai. Maybe we should go and ask him, just you and me, since he knows us, when he wants him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. The two of us can handle this. Take a rest at the cabins if you like. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. She said about a pot, not about some pot. A pot, not some pot. Just I want that clarified. And sites of the west. Right, there's some side stuff that's not really important. I might pick those up later so I don't have to worry about it. Ah, there he is. I'm still not sure about this. Oh, Koko-san, you're here too. Did I promise that she wanted to chat? I've just finished eating, so we had to find a quiet spot outside? Sure. The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Indeed. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. And my new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time I feel content with my lot in life. That's wonderful. So what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a pot sworn. I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work for the Moblins, isn't it? But you're not a Moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for the right feats and the right of succession. I need to bring a new pot sworn to Earthenshire. So that's the way of it. Yep. We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at Meki Meki, I'm now demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfless request, I know. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I'm now official subject of Tural. I've since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant. The man I loved and admired. I never wished to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I'm indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulialan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a contract, then I shall gladly do so. Well, what a forthcoming turn of events! So I returned to Master Wilpley and informing him of my decision. Allow me, I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Ivu. Glad you remember me. I'm Ivu, owner of Yav. I'd like a word if you don't mind. You're Whipplemat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too, if the gossips could be believed. Well, it so happens I could use some heroic help. Oh? Doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Certainly. Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. I wonder what that could be about. You now gain access to World Quests! Oh, the World Quests are finally unlocked! Finally! Speak to Baruch, Ivu, and Zabal Yavtai and pursue new adventures as you progress through the rites of succession. Finally, the World Quests are unlocked! I've been waiting for that. Like, we didn't have World Quests in Final Fantasy XIV until Shadowbringers. And they added, one for the ranged DPS in Endwalker. So I'd be interested to see what's going to go on here. Uncouth customers. I want to check this out real quick before we move on. Rookie Viewer has an urgent job for a courageous soul. Kokozan, I was wondering when you'd be along. Not a moment too soon either. I've got an urgent job that needs doing, and there's no one else I'd entrust it with. Of course, you'll be wanting to know the details. It's a long story, so why don't you grab a seat over there? I'll join you shortly. Alright. Alright, so what are we dealing with? Now that we're all settled, allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Baruch Ivu, the proprietor of Zabal Yav. As you know, my establishment is open to anyone, perhaps people hailing from across Tural and sometimes further, come here to whet their appetite and slake their thirst. Given how we turn no one away, it's inevitable that a few bad apples might mix into my motley patrons, and therein lies the rub. A particularly rotten bunch was here not long ago. Oh? Sitting over there, in fact, and having a conversation most foul. Thank you for coming here, so far from your prospective homes. Oh, one of them's got a mammoth with them. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yep, 5 of them. One for each world quest. A Vieira. As this is the first time we've all gathered in one place, perhaps formal introductions are in order. I am... Welcome, welcome. What will we be having? Could we have a moment, please? We're in the middle of something very important. Now then, where was I? Oh yes, I am Apiasi. If you are sitting here now, it is because I have personally invited you to the Passage of the Unbound, my secretive villainous order with ambitions to sow discord throughout the world. And you decided to say this out in open? Villains do not often call themselves such. Nor do secret orders have their meetings in places where all eyes can see. Right, that's a bit of a grave oversight. What do you know? Your snide remarks only ruined my carefully constructed atmosphere. If I had time to think of a suitable slogan, you would understand that words are everything. But I digress. I invited you all here for one reason. To throw the world into a mire of chaos. Then watch this nations crumble. What else will we call ourselves if that villainous? Foolish? My only interest is to punish all who dare to mock and belittle me. So long as I can achieve that, you can call me whatever you like. The rich, the powerful, the mighty, all shall be crushed under the weight of my ire. A grand design for a group of 6, even if we manage to muster others to our side. There's a limit to what we can accomplish. Oh, there's 6 of them. I didn't even notice. I guess I miscounted. I regret to say you are right. At present, we are bound but powerless. That is why, in order to raise our fist against our oppressors, we must find the strength to shatter their shackles. And in doing so, we shall become unbound. Like the birds soaring up above, we shall take flight and spread our wicked wings, stating the azure skies black. Right. Azure skies. Sir. But sometimes the skies become treacherous with clouds, and even birds must rest. Right. You speak nothing. You speak of finding strength. Is that why we are here? To look for it? If so, then I pledge my aid. With newfound might at my beck and call, I shall win at a race known only by a hero. Your eagerness is heartening, and you are correct. The tools to make our goal a reality lie in Tural. Across this continent can be found certain artifacts which possess untold power. Did you say artifacts? Oh, I sent an adventurous hunt for more instruments of devious devilry ahead. My imagination is overflowing with images of new forms my trickery might take. I dare say the world is not ready. Yes, well, to get to the heart of the matter, the objects are held by disparate tribes which make their homes in the Tural continent, where they have been passed down through generations as sacred treasures. Whatever stories these people have attached to their so-called treasures matters not. Each contain the essence of fearsome beasts called Tural, and with them in our possession, none shall be able to stand against us. We shall take the objects for ourselves, bring them across the sea, and use them to undermine nations far and wide. That the means by which you each choose to do so, I leave in your hands. I only ask that you do not disappoint. I take it there are no questions. Then let the passage of the Unbound open onto the world. We begin at once. They didn't order a single thing. That's what you're concerned with? I see. That's the long and short of it. What do you think? They might like discretion, but they seem formidable nonetheless. But left without ordering anything? Villainous indeed. I gotta say that. They left without ordering anything? Villainous indeed. It's right there in their name. They're unbound by manners and respect and won't be welcome back here anytime soon. You, on the other hand, can stay as long as you like. Oh, thank you! Yes, sir. Of course, we had a duty to report what we heard to the Landsguard. We did, but it didn't make a damn difference, because soon we learned those unwelcome guests had teeth. Not long ago, one individual from a remote tribe came here seeking help recovering a stolen relic. Then another came with the same story, then another, and so on. They worked quick! Jeez. By the time we realized the passage of the Unbound was a real threat, they had one and all made their way across the sea with their ill-gotten gains. Each tribe has sent one of their own to recover what was lost, but being in strange lands, they're at a disadvantage. That's why I've been looking for someone who knows every corner of Eorzea and beyond. And you've come to the right person, because I've been to every corner of Eorzea and beyond. Especially the beyond part. I still can't believe it, and yet I have. Now, I know you've business in Tural, but else you wouldn't be here in the first place. But if you could take time to hear Raul Mazun out, you'd be doing a service to many who could really use a helping hand. Certainly. They've already made off with these treasures, and they really can't be left unattended. It's definitely a job for the Warrior of Light. Greetings. Allow me to thank you personally for lending your assistance in this matter. We've been quite desperate for someone suitable. But look no further. Greetings, Raul Mazun. At the risk of becoming a daily nuisance, I must ask, has there been any developments you might share? A nuisance? Why, perish the thought. You've come just in time, in fact. None other than the vaunted Kokazan has agreed to aid you to the search. Finally, a fortunate turn. So long as our secret treasures are in wicked hands, our homes will know no peace. To say nothing of the danger they pose to other nations, if these thieves really do intend to stir up chaos across the seas, then you had better depart on the next ship. Don't worry, I will, when I have time. But before you do, it might be proper to introduce you to those who have come to Tural in search of aid. Let's see, Loazen Nikwi. Let's call it Loa. There comes from a village to the far to the north. A single warrior cannot hope to withstand the power of the tribe's relic, so she requires a stout protector, someone who can be leaned upon when times are darkest. So they needed a tank. Got it. Their heirloom of Nyapine must recover artifacts terrible maladies upon its victims. Afflicts terrible maladies upon its victims. He seeks someone who commands great healing magics to counteract this effect. So that's the healer role. The search for Sasipia's treasure has been entrusted to a peerless hunter. She requires someone to act as a frontline fighter who can distract her target while her bow takes deadly aim. That sounds like you need a melee DPS. And lastly, there is Suhi, who knows little about her people's ancient artifact, aside that it must not fall into the wrong hands. She seeks a maid of great power, but anything beyond that lies shrouded in mystery. Well, you've come to the right person. I got plenty of magic to wield. Aren't you forgetting something? Someone? What? Aren't you forgetting something? Someone? Well, Hoja. Your crisis is just as pressing, even if you won't say so yourself. You think I wouldn't help you? Well, Hoja hails from further south than even Mamuk, and has traveled many days and nights in search of someone who can strike down their prey from afar. It's the only way to escape the effects of this village's treasure. Did I get that right? Ah, and I got just a weapon for that. Indeed, indeed. I do get so forgetful in my old age. Thank you, Ravajun. 5 tribes, 5 stolen treasures. All are waiting for the aid of a brave soul. Hopefully that can be you, Kokozan. You have no need to worry. Of course, I'll share all I know on the matter. You only need to ask. And know that I will not hold it against you should you choose to only assist those whom your talents are best suited. So long as you do what you can, the people of Tural and maybe even further will be in your debt. Oh, don't be silly. I'm going to help everyone. I kind of have to. Just leaving one of those artifacts alone is dangerous as it is. You've gained access to the world quest for Tural. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. Speak with the people of Tural, gathered at Zabalyav Tai, and assist them with recovering their stolen treasures. Currently, the only ones I can do fully right now, like knock it out in one go, would be the Messina's. Would be the one for the range DPS. To steal a steel hog. Yeah, this would be the only one I could probably do in an instant, because right now Messina's is the only one that's closest to max level. I haven't leveled my healers much at all. I'm working on Dark Knight, Reaper, and Pictomancer, as you can see. So it'll be a while before I get started on these. Probably until like near the end of the main story. So I'll come back to that at a later time. Don't worry, I'll be recording those. I don't want to miss out on doing those. But for now, let's get back to the Rite of Succession. And we're back. Master Wepley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Falter has agreed to sign the Pod Pact, yes? While it is the same to lose a capable goldsmith, to have one of our own handpicked to serve the Third Promise is a great honor for Waku Meki Meki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course. If you happen to know any other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, Ruby can send them my way. It could even be yourself if you're so inclined. Oh, no. I know nothing about goldsmithing. Sorry. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Wepley. I hope I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tural. Come back to us if the Moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at Waku Meki Meki. How generous. I expect you want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What has become of Fonjington? Were we able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potsworn. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fonjington's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. You may now unlock deliveries for Waku Meki Meki. Speak to Wepley and pursue new endeavors as you progress through the rites of succession. I have no idea what that is, but okay. A father first. Wuklamad needs to pay a visit to the palace. Right then, I have some things to take care of at the palace. While you can pass the time however you like, I suggest you head back to the cabins. After all, even heroes need to rest, and we still have a big journey ahead of us. Well, if you say so. See. Yeah, I'll just fast travel there. With the Ethernet. Welcome back, sir. You've had a long guard messenger and most anxiously waiting for your return. Local sign of the third promises entourage. I've been all over the city looking for you. The Dawn Servant summons you to the palace. You are to present yourself to the gate guard stationed outside Sunburst at your earliest convenience. Oh, and one more thing. You are not to miss this visit to Wuklamats. Oh? What could the Dawn Servant need from me? Guess we better go see. Must be something important if he doesn't want even Wuklamats to know I'm going there. Oh, it's an instance area. I think we're about to get into a fight here. Cool. The Dawn Servant awaits you within. Well, I was not informed for the reason for your audience. In terms of attire, I would suggest full battle regalia. I'm already suited up for it. Why not? Let's do this. Your Majesty?
Forgive me this sudden summons.
Quite alright. I wasn't really doing much anything.
I heard my daughter's champion was back in the city. I couldn't resist the opportunity.
Ah, you're that raring for a bout, eh? Alright then. I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd get to face you so soon. But, better late than never.
And they call me head of resolve for good reason. Old as I am, I have not lost a battle worthy of the name since the day I took the throne. And I've been craving a proper challenge. The Lance Wielder, Stinian, he fought well enough, but our bout was ended before a victor could be decided. Judging by the sailors' gossip, you are a warrior of renown in your homeland.
You could say that.
Yet I wonder, with all your deeds done and victories won, are you warrior enough to stand against me?
Why don't we find out?
A spirited answer. Why not indeed? The battle rages upon me. I'll stop short of killing you, of course. But expect no other mercies.
Likewise.
Come! Ready your arms. And show me the truth of the tales.
I think it's starting to get Xenos is rubbing off on me after all. Whether that's good or bad, left to be seen. Defeat the Dawn Serpent. Duty commenced. Sorry then.
Give it your all! remember?
You'll have it. Ha!
Let's test the
Ah!
waters.
Huh? Uh-oh. Rainbow drip.
They didn't even blink.
You expected me to? Steel strike. Whoa! That's something.
Have you ever fought a viper?
Can't say I have. But first time's for everything.
Ha! Let's see how you handle this.
Huh? Whoa! Okay, did not see that coming. Oh god. Okay, you're definitely giving me a run for my money here.
The spearman did not lie. Very well then.
Ah!
Resolve and reason kingdom.
What in the hell?
All right.
Your head of reason is sleeping. Then resolve will have to be kindling instead. Whoa!
Did you think you had my measure?
I sort of did for a second there.
Take this!
Wait. Okay, now move. Ow! Still got hit.
Still holding up?
Wall ender. Ugh! Okay then. Oh, welcome back. Your dad's got some moves. Doubling. Oh no, not this crap. Dual blows again.
No more holding back!
You're holding back?
Stay alert!
I plan to. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Ugh. It'll take more than that to keep me down. Again with the coiled strike. It's so hard to find a tail in that. Oh god.
You fight well indeed.
Was there any doubt? Got myself aimed somewhere won't be painful. Ugh, I'm good. Dual blows again. Oh, he's charging that. Fancy blade work. Ah. Come on then. I'm far from done. Doubling again. Let's clean up my hammer motif in the meantime. Up! Hammer stamp! Hammer brush! There it is! Found that sweet spot. Starry motif. Starry muse. I'm good. Rainbow drip. Pulsing hammer!
You really are formidable.
Same can be said of you, Dawn Servant. Don't get slow on me yet. Oh lord, it did. There's 6 of you now?
Now we'll see what you're truly made of.
Oh yeah, bring it on. I think that'll distract me. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no, you don't! Ugh. Hold! 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 Got it!
That will do. You've shown me more than enough.
That was awesome!
I brought my full strength to bear against opponents before, but you are the first to withstand it. Even with my head of reason asleep, I never expected you to give me so much trouble. Estinian did not exaggerate. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Glad you think so.
Now, a confession. I said I crave a challenge, and that was no lie. But I had another reason for calling you here. I had to judge for myself if you were fit to attend my beloved daughter. In some respects, she is much like me. Hard-headed and prone to rush into danger. But one with your talents could readily dispatch the threats that bar Lamachi's way. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliyola, but a concerned father
course.
Thank you. Then tell me, given your journey together thus far, what is your impression of Lamati? Whether he be as their promise or just a companion on the road. Speak your mind.
I do believe she is ready to rule. And she does have potential. The problem is that she holds in her burdens too much. She's trying to fix that now, but she's always trying to put on a brave face, trying to show that she is ready to rule when really all four of them have yet to show such promise. This rite of succession is meant to prove that they are. So, I think she has potential. She's young, but has potential.
Ha! A tactful response, but agreed. She is not ready for the throne. Not yet.
Right. Not yet.
Lamati thinks she understands so many peoples. Their histories, their cultures, their beliefs. But she knows only what she's seen in the capital. And it's not only her who concerns me. Even this early in the contest, you must have realized. As potential rulers, all four claimants are lacking. This is why I elected to hold the rite of succession. Not to choose a fitting candidate, but to cultivate one. And if no one has impressed me by the end of it, then to no one will I yield my throne. As a parent, I pray that my children rise to the occasion. With outsiders dragged into my game, I am also hopeful that the different perspectives you and your companions have to offer will inspire them to grow. I imagine you in particular have traveled many lands, know many peoples and cultures, love them and being loved in turn. Guide Lamati as you think best. Walk at her side and, when needed, push her to walk ahead.
Right.
I knew it.
Ah, crap.
There I was, about to sit down for some of Namika's cooking, when I heard that Papa had sent for you.
Sorry.
You were dueling behind my back, weren't you?
He asked me to. I couldn't say no.
I see there is no point in denying it. You needn't worry, daughter. I took care not to inflict lasting injuries.
Yeah, I'm all hunky-dory.
You and your ally may return to the contest without disadvantage. No harm done.
I swear, just as I was learning newfound respect for my father. Let's take our leave of this battle-mad oaf before he calls on the rest of my entourage.
Alright, alright. You have nothing to worry about, sir.
Watch over her, champion. Kona's recruits are no less sharp, as one might expect of Galloff's countrymen. They saw the flaws in our claimants from the outset. The other two, though, they dismiss comrades willing to point out their shortcomings, and no good can come of it.
So he's aware of this himself. Good. If he had his way, Papa would keep dueling until the day he dies. Even now, I know of only 3 people who didn't need to be carried away after their bouts. So Alja, your lance-wielding friend Estinian, and yourself. You really do live up to your fearsome reputation. I'm curious though, did Papa want anything else of you? That's the sparring partner. Well, if that's all it was. Yep, that's all it was. Nothing else. Just that. The shape of peace. Willamette thinks it's time to gather her allies for the road ahead. I still haven't had one bite of Namika's food thanks to Papa's nonsense, so I'm going back to finish my plate before I head out. I've otherwise asked everyone to meet at the forward cabins, so come and join us after you've had a moment to recover, eh? Certainly. That fight was awesome, though! Wilquemat's father certainly lives up to the hype. Good damn, I want to fight that man again. Oh my god, I am turning into Xenos. Oh god, I'm turning into Xenos. Make it stop. Well, for real though, it was good to have that nice little chat with them too. Wilquemat is not ready for the throne. Not yet. But this rite of ascension might be able to show if she really is. The same could be said of the other claimants. Although I would think the only other claimant I can actually give that respect to, again, is Corona. Cool Jaja is an asshole, and Jakul doesn't seem to have his head together. If we had to lose to someone, I'd rather it be Kona. But we're playing to win, after all. We're all here. Oh wait, now we're all here. Really forgot about you. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. Is that it? You all set to go? I left the university prepared to travel in search of work, so I had few belongings to begin with. Bidding farewell to my fellow artisans took rather a lot of time, however. Again, I appreciate you making this commitment, Fontaine. So we depart for Earthensire then. A word before you go. Huh? Wukivu, what are you doing here? Ah, I spent my days correcting manners, and here I am perpetrating the grave offense of delaying the third promise's departure. And here we go again. Please take up your axe and rend my flesh onto taco meat. My state demands be so gruesome. Besides, I told you that kind of thing doesn't bother me. Alright then, I won't let it bother me either. I like this guy. What's that all about? You don't worry about it. You don't want to know. Don't worry about it. It's something you had to be there for. You can understand it. Don't worry about it. I'd come to the city to purchase supplies when I spotted your entourage getting ready to leave. You seek the City of Gold, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. It's the final step of the rite of succession. If you know anything about the subject, I'd love to hear it. Then allow me to be of service. As you know, legends of the Golden City have been passed down in Tural for 1,000 years. Yet, when it comes to describing the place itself, the stories do not always agree. Some portray it as one might expect, a glittering metropolis of golden towers. Others suggest it is more unassuming and owes the name to a fabulous treasure hidden at its heart. Every telling, however, has a common thread. Those who go in search of this Golden City do not return. The lesson is to be learned from this third promise. Is that to seek the legend is to court death. I must implore you proceed with the utmost care. This is all I wish to say. I shall pray for your safe journey. Thank you, Wookiee-Vu. Well, we appreciate the warning. What are we to make of these cautionary tales? If every expedition has ended in tragedy, how then did the Dawn Servant find the city and return without incident? Good question. It seems the legend originated with Yokoi. Speaking with them remains our strongest lead, I feel. The lead we shall follow in time, but first let us see Franz and Jane safely onto the Moblin's care. Right. You going to teleport us there, or do we go out there ourselves? Okay, it just brings us there. Good. Meanwhile, in Kazama Uka, I keep missing the part of it. There's the cool.
Finding a willing artisan was even easier than expected. Many indeed are eager to curry favor with the Resilient Sun, especially if it means sharing the promise of new territories.
Makes sense.
Those who prove useful will have all the land they desire.
Such generous words, yet the manner in which he speaks them.
Right.
If neither wealth nor territory are of value, wherefore does he seek to bring the world to heel?
But cool.
Step aside.
Remind me. There was no rule against poaching craftsmen from other claimants. Was there?
Do not be foolish, Bakul Jaja.
Foolish would be carrying on with these tall feats when all I need to win are the keystones. And besides, it's long past time I humble this arrogant one-head. The Dawn Servant may have sired you against all odds, but there is nothing blessed about your birth. Only a true head is fit to rule. Only we are worthy.
Please kick his ass. Please kick his ass. Please kick his ass.
Draw your weapon. Face me in battle and learn your place.
A moment, first promise.
Oh no, don't stop him. I want to see this.
I foresee a use for this nuisance.
Fine. I don't care about you killing him. I just want someone to put him on his ass. I want someone to put him down on his ass. I don't care if he's dead or not.
Scared to make the first move. Then allow me.
Oh! He didn't even use the blade. He just went for a straight gut punch. And he's already on his knees. Nice.
hunt.
And you're an overgrown fool. You think its strength is all it takes? He's got a technique on his side. Something you lack.
My thanks for your restraint. I can kill him whenever I please.
Uh-huh. Back up. Back up. You don't want to try.
Your part in this is far from over.
So they do need him. For now. Yeah, you might want to get going. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad someone got him down. No. I don't care if he didn't kill him. I just wanted someone to beat his ass. And Cool did not disappoint. We're back, and we brought with us a willing potsworn. This is Fontaine, intelligent goldsmith who once worked in esteemed aesthetics in Odat. Wonderful, impressive. You're the first to return, Dirt Promise. Really? I thought Gunnar would have came here first. And with an artisan from across the salt, no less. We welcome you and your unique skills to Earthensire. Helphand will show you to your work pods. This is it then. I look forward to hearing you proclaimed Dawn Servant. Thank you, Fontaine. I'll be sure not to disappoint you. Good luck. You have met the requirements of defeat the pots. Red Rock presents your keystone with joy smiles and well-wishing. The blue one this time. And that's 3. That makes 3. And those 2 are back. More potsworn candidates! Come, tell Red Rock your tales. And of course, Bakul is last to find his. Another feat accomplished, another keystone acquired. Oh, you are doing well. I expected nothing less of Zeralja's esteemed siblings. Your cleverness in particular is most admirable, Second Promise. We must have you apply that Sarlian knowledge you so cherished, and arm Tural with weapons of Magitech design. In your role as the new Dawn Servant's chief advisor, of course. The tools of war hold no interest for me. I wish only to improve our nation through practical innovations. Foreign powers will think twice about testing our strength once Tural is known for its advanced technology. Just as the Garlean Empire was deterred from invading Sarlian. That may well be true, but how long will it take Tural to progress to this advanced state? How many years? With the collective commitment to education and hard work, it should not take so very... Your way is too slow. Easier to expand our territory and swallow Sarlian whole. Conquer other nations through force of arms, and you're looking at a future of uprisings and bloodshed. Yours wouldn't be the first failed empire. Yeah, just look at the Allegans. Then we keep fighting until the mounting costs convince them to lay down their weapons, until all have grown tired of loss. How would such an outcome bring anyone joy? What you propose is a mockery of peace. Red Rock is reminded of days long ago. In the time before Tural, there was no pot pacts for the pot sworn. It was normal to grab snatch artisans and force them to work for mobbies. Until the day KuroZeraphimVT arrived, the families of the grab snatch pleaded with him, and so he came to Earthensire. Mobbies are not a warmic people. We feared death had come for us, but KuroZeraphimVT just wanted to talk. It is when with the head of reason. Be at ease. We are here to trade words, not blows. The gold work crafted in this village is superb. One can tell at a glance that the quality of materials used, the mastery of technique employed. Yet it does not stir the heart. A goblet shaped by bound hands and broken spirit is devoid of luster. Compare that now to the works of a joyful artisan. She pours her very soul into her creations, and they shine like the newly risen sun. Have you not seen this to be true? And so began the custom of good living. Happy potsworn make good works, and good works make mobies happy. KuroZeraphimVT's words were wise. Joy smiles did indeed bring fine craft and much tingly sign. So the head of reason was behind the forging of pot paths. Yes, reason and clever think changed Moby's way of life. The first promise tires of your talk of olden days. We would rather look to the future and the next feat. Funny considering you're doing all the talking. Ugh. Like seriously, he's doing all the talking for him. It's like he's his voice of reason. Though it seems more like a voice of manipulation. We should be going as well. Well, KuroZeraphimVT never came back, did he? Never did come back, did he? No, he did not. I guess he failed. Do you have a moment, Third Thomas? Rock. Rock will repay you for hand helping with Kahi. He brings the tale of the Golden City. Oh, perfect! Really? I'd love to hear it. The towers, the streets, all is fastened from gold. Everywhere you look, every splendor you can imagine. The young, the old, and everyone in between, they live in golden happiness, a city of eternal bliss, forever perched above the clouds. Everything fastened from gold, eh? And just imagine everyone living in the golden happiness. Now that's a city I'd like to visit. Excuse me, Rock, where did you hear that particular tale? From our longtime Yakui friends. They live up in the mountains, in Urkopata. The giants again. Seems everything is pointing us their way. It seems like it. The suite and everything leading up to it has taught me much about the Moblin way of life. I'll be sad to leave Earthensire and your joy smiles behind. I do like these mobies. Yeah, everything concerning the Golden City does seem to be stems to the giants. Seems to be coming to them soon enough. The stories describe a place of boundless happiness, but also rife with dire warnings of seekers who do not return. What are we to make of this? What if those that seek the Golden City aren't? What if the reason that people who seek the Golden City don't return isn't because they die, it's because they don't want to leave? What if they've become part of the society and community of the Golden City, to the point where they see it as a new home to them, and see no reason to ever go back to where they came? These tales raise many questions. Let us hope the giants have answers. The head of reason in Red Rock's story sounds so different from the head of resolve. They share the same body, yet their personalities are wholly distinct. It unsettles me that Zaraja is even a claimant in the first place. Surely his father cannot condone his violent ambitions. I doubt he does. Right, we should go and see the giants next. Agreed. Golden Mysteries notwithstanding, their village is featured prominently in the saga and is not to be ignored. The Urkopacha Highlands should be easy enough to reach from here. If we leave Earthensire from the west, there's a road which leads up into the mountains. Let's head to that. Let's find that first. Alright. And we got quests for the ether currents here. I'll be doing those off screen. Speaking of which, northwest. Oh, northwest? They said it's south. Oh well, I guess I'm coming back for those later. I keep having this auto run on. We're to meet with Yakoi at last. Let's hope they're welcoming. This road will take us through the mountains to the Urkopacha Highlands. An exhausting route, perhaps, but a straightforward one. One day we're sailing up rivers, and the next we're hiking up mountains. Yep. The Highlands are where the delay of proof took place, that being KuroZeraphimVT's encounter with Yakoi. But 'tis also the stage for the Lay of Ice, where heroes fought the monstrous Valley Garmanda. I'm most curious to know what the rite will demand of us there. Good question. Looks like the trail is going to get steep from here on in. I hope everyone is ready for some climbing. Third promise. Oh? I'm glad I caught you. Red Rock asked me to bring you back to the village. She says there's something she forgot to give you. Huh? Something other than the keystone? Yes, an item of great importance, or so I was told. It shouldn't take long. If you would please follow me. Odd. I wonder what this is all about. Well, no need for everyone to come. I'll be back in a little while. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Something's up here. This is taking quite a while. Just keep waiting for now, I suppose. No, something's definitely wrong here. Perhaps there were complications. Let's wait a little longer. Guys, come on, something's wrong. This is getting a little ridiculous. They see it lost on the way back to find us. But how? There's only one road. I wouldn't underestimate Wiglemat's sense of direction, or lack thereof. Fortunately, she has Link Pro. Let's see what's keeping her, shall we? Okay, now we should be worried. 3 rings should be... After 3 rings, someone should have picked up by now. She's not responding. Perhaps we should all return to Earthensire. It was Red Rock who had business with her, yes? Right. See, what should have been suspicious is that someone that wasn't a Moblin came to ask us. Though I guess you could have assumed that an artisan was the one who was sent to come find us. But still, the fact it wasn't a Moblin that came to find us, that raises cause of concern. As if that is he hasn't come back yet, as he hasn't inserted her link pearl, something tells me KuroZeraphim might have did something. Something's not right. I can feel it. She doesn't seem to be here. I thought Mat was being her usual impulsive self, but now I'm not so certain. I pray not to untoward has befallen the third promise. Back again so soon? You come looking for Mat. Did you not send someone to fetch her? Rite did not. Neither has he seen this third promise since you were last here. I knew it. Then who was that man who came for her? Oh, I thought you'd left already. Where's Lamati? Is he not with you? We have a bit of a problem. You don't know where she is? How could you let this happen? That thou shouldest wait for thy sister is understandable, yet rather than assign blame, thine energies are better spent in unlocating her. I will help you search. This is not how I'd wish the fellow Clement to lose the contest, my sister least of all. In that case, dividing our forces will allow us to cover more ground. KuroZeraphim and I should work together at least. The better to facilitate communication between our groups. Right. The rest of us will split up. Report in should you find anything. I'm glad he's willing to help us. We'll be on our way as well. Right, keep in touch. Come, we should begin our search. Agreed. This has KuroZeraphim stink written all over it. Lost promise. Kona is anxious to begin the search for Mat. As am I, to be honest. If Lamati was returning to Earthenside from the west, then she should have passed through here. It's at Radarock so as he didn't see her. In which case, it is entirely possible that Lamati never made it back to the village at all. The only way to be certain is to ask the sentry stationed at the opposite entrance. Right. What I'm guessing is that KuroZeraphim might have lured her into a trap to steal the keystone from her. If the guard did not see Lamati, then we can be fairly sure she's not an Earthensire. She's not one to pass without notice. Third promise. Moby has been standing at this post with diligent eye watchings. He has not seen no claimants pass this way. What of a Tonawata with brightly colored hair? Moby knows something of this one. He hears tongue bites about a peddling peddler in many fires who was attacked by a crazy-haired bandit on the road. A bandit, you say? Thank you, you've been most helpful. My sister is clearly not here. Though I wish it were otherwise, we must consider the possibility that the Tonawatan messenger and the brigand described by the sentry are one and the same, and that Lamati is in very real danger. So it's bandits. They decided to lure one of us out. I get it. They've been watching us. Let's find that peddler. I guess it would make sense we wouldn't be leaving so soon. I had to either right. Let's just teleport there. Save us some time. Is this rain going to let up at some point? Here goes on. This is the mention who went afoul with the bandits. Was there something I could help you with? I'm told you were the victim of a bandit attack. Could you recount exactly what happened? My goodness, I thought I recognized you. I'll tell you everything I remember, second promise. It was that scoundrel Walkessa who ambushed me. You know the name of your attacker? There's no mistaking that hair. All my peddler friends have stories of that notorious bandit leader and his predations. Walkessa and his gang will stoop to any load for the sake of a few pel, and with no fresh quarry coming up from the broken stairs, they've had to become more creative. They certainly have. Little wonder he went after Lamity. He likely thinks to ransom her for a royal sum. I expect he'll soon make his demands, but I don't intend to wait. We'll find this villain first and deliver his deserved payment in person. Would say you to a small deception. I would assume the role of a well-to-do merchant to lure Walkessa out of hiding. Then, when he comes sniffing about, catch the rat by the tail. Alright. Next on the plan, I have just the right garments for your disguise. It is especially discounted price, of course. The buzz with bandits hasn't dampened your mercantile spirit, I see. Very well, I accept your generous deal. And it certainly looks the part. Now we lay debate. I will precede you into many fires to make our presence known. You follow on behind, boasting to those along the way how you paid me a fairly hefty purse in exchange for a rare gemstone or some such. If Walkessa is as coin hungry as they say, then a recently rich peddler should be an irresistible mark. We let him strike, then we spring our trap. Got it. Time to play our parts. Follow Ko in his lead and try not to fall behind. Easy. I feel like I'm running ahead of him. Like seriously, how are we supposed to fall behind him if we were running a bit further at a higher speed than them? There's the walk button. Okay. There. There's a raw fellow. Say with him how happy your imaginary deal with me has made you. Would you put on an appropriate display? We can continue to our next performance. Got it. See? Happy. A rare gemstone from that head sorrow merchant, you say? I envy the profit he must have made for such a sale. Since the stairs were destroyed, I've not been able to peddle the goods at my usual haunts. A good start, but I will make certain Walkessa is aware of me. Let's continue. Alright? The movement over there looks amenable to conversation. The stage is yours, focus on. Got it. The head sorrow sold you a sparkle stone for your collection? Well, that explains your giant joy smiles. Moby is happy for your happiness. Moby is also jealous of the merchant and all the jingly sign he must have made. Hopefully this is working. That should be enough. Or perhaps one last act to drive it home. Good idea. Gotta do things by threes. Jerry Pelu, perhaps. You see that cheerful Pelu? Tell him to sell the tale of your gracious gemstone, and then we'll be done with this part of the charade. The passing peddler had the very gemstone you sought for your collection. That is a stroke of luck. In our way, the merchant was just as pleased to fill his pockets with your grateful coin, eh? That should do it. Well, I'm inspired to go and earn some credit of my own. Who knows, maybe opportunity will find me, even as it has found you. I hope so. Ah, there you are. Like a moth to a flame. Ah, my most valued customer. The profit from that single purchase of yours should see me through weeks of idle leisure. It's everything which sets a fat person, no sellsword is tempting fate. So also make Earthling Sire my last stop and then return forthwith to Tural. Huh. And there he goes. You see? The rat is coming for a nipple. Right. You played your part to perfection, Koko-san. A man of many talents, just as Tancred and Orianja described. But let us lure Wakasa out and spring our trap. Agreed. Brother's duty. One of which is to execute the final stage of his plan. Let us execute the final stage of the plan. I will set out towards Earthensire alone and unarmed. It better to sell the act with defenseless merchant. Assuming Wakasa is watching, he will likely wait for some quiet stretch of the road before accosting me. I'll be relying on you to follow closely behind, remaining hidden until the time comes to bring the trap on our bandit king. Just remember, we need him alive. Believe me, I know. Even though I kind of want to put him down for kidnapping our friend. But I'll restrain myself. For Wickelmat's sake. Alright. Time to go stealth mode. Unfortunately. There. They took the bait. I hear business has been good to you, Master Merchant. How about you share some of the profits? And by some, I mean every coin you have. I think not. You're the gemstone collector. Oh, I see what this is. We've been tricked. Spit in your eye, men. Spit in your eye. Men, kill this individual. You're gonna regret that. Slippery vermin. We'll have to interrogate his underlings instead. If you would be so kind, Kuko-san, pray leave them capable of speech. I'll do my best. But no promises. Up. Done. But that was quick. Now then. Get talking. I was hoping I could talk with your boss, but I suppose you two will have to do. Wait, that's the second promise. What do you want with us? I think I'm scared of a fancy title. I'll take your loyal ears as a trophy. As soon as I get free of these ropes. I know your gang is behind my sister's abduction. Tell me where she is. Eat pocket shit, salt lover. Well, you'll get not answers from us. That's right. We don't serve you. Do not play games with me. Where is Wuklamat? Whoa. You okay? I am fast losing patience. Talk now or die. The choice is yours. We were hired to nab the dirt promise. That's all. We don't know where they took her. Hired? By whom? We weren't told that either. Only Wakasa knows. He's the one who took the job. Well, it seems we needed a leader after all. Once I've arranged for the Lance Guard to take custody of these criminals, I'll call Denkrit and his tracking skills. Perhaps you could pursue Wakasa in the meantime. The bandit was running in the easterly direction. Should you locate him, I suggest you shadow him rather than force a confrontation. You might lead us to where Lamati is being held. Got it. But damn. Kona was ready to throw down. And I don't blame him. There we go. All right. There he is. Alright, now it's time for stealth mode. Follow Wakasa from a distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed or fall too far behind. Since your query began displaying the effect shown in the picture, displaying the English word with me. Should your query begin displaying the effect shown in the picture, you will be discovered when he turns around. To avoid detection at these times, make use of cover such as rocks and trees. The objective will also end in failure if you follow too closely. Keep your query in sight, but avoid stepping into the detection circle. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may retry again by returning to the designated location. Alright then. Luckily I'm small, so hiding behind trees shouldn't be a problem. This out's worth more trouble than it's worth. What was that? Nothing? Gotta use any cover I can use. So I gotta make sure I can keep up with them. This was meant to be easy. That was your first mistake. Stay behind the trees and rocks. What was that? Sit. Ooh, made it. Huh? You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see me. Damn nerves. Should be safe enough now. So you think. That's right, keep leading me to your hideout. Set to meet him in front of the hideout. Where's that damn Hope Ego? Hope Ego. Duty complete. Haha, first try. That's gotta be where they're hiding her. I knew KuroZeraphimVT had something to do with this. Finally, my money. Give it to me now. The Lance Guard may be hunting us already. Calm yourself. We had our own troubles finding a suitable hideaway. Right. We're finished. Take your prize and leave me out of the rest. Such hostility. You are hurting for coin, and I offer you again your employment out of the kindness of my heart. Kindness? You brought a blackened tempest upon us. One look, and I could tell that man was a killer, a butcher, a salted devil in the flesh. Oh, spare me your fearful bleating. Come on, go on. Skip away now before this scary mercenary comes to claim your head. A little late for that. Colma told me the news. You found the abducted then. What's the situation? I think I found their hideout. And you think the bandits were hired by this Hope Ego? Alright, new strategy. Forget Wakasa and stay on the mobile jaw's tail. We don't want to endanger the third promise, so keep your distance until we're certain they have her. I'll catch up with you as soon as I can. As I'm able. Got it. So switching targets then. Alright. Follow the Hope Ego from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed, or if you fall too far behind. Since you fail to complete this objective, you may try again by surveying the designated location. Alright then. Look for the trees and rocks. Again, it's a good thing I'm small. Easy. Don't want to get too close, but don't want to get too far behind either. I'm hearing things. I better hurry if I don't want a beating. Now he's running. catch up. Where's he headed? One less precaution, just in case. Those are the boats. He's sabotaging the boats. Damn it. Great. But I guess one of our points of passage.
Better late than never.
Agreed. Good to see you too, Tancred.
That Mamulja. He's the one who kidnapped Wook Lamart.
Seems so.
So we're still unsure. If we can follow him a bit longer, confirm his connection to the abductors. That will complicate matters.
Yep. Kona. Sit.
Confound it!
If I set out now, I can trail them along the riverbank.
Do it!
Even if it costs you the contest.
What worth is the throne if I lose my sister to win it?
I'm starting to like you more and more,
Very
Kona.
well, then. I'll send word when I locate her. Till then, I suggest you save your strength. A rescue attempt could turn ugly.
That Hubigo just now. I swear I've seen him with Bakul Jaja. Knowing the way that monster works, he probably hired bandits to kidnap her so he could steal her keystones.
I knew he had something to do with it.
But even alone, my sister is more than a match for a gang of untrained ruffians. She must have been ambushed or deceived. Gah! I should have been there! If those bastards have hurt her!
I thought you was a cool-headed one.
And what exactly is that supposed to... Forgive me. Snapping at you won't get my sister back.
Exactly.
I'm afraid I've always been like this when it comes to Lamachi. The thought of her being in danger sends me into a panic. But isn't that how families should be?
I would think so. But I'm guessing there's more to it than that.
These days, Tural and Mikote live however they please. But the clan into which I was born kept to the nomadic traditions of our ancestors. They herded their own neck across the plains, always moving with the seasons. During one such migration, my birth parents left me behind. A child. All alone. Without a single word of explanation.
Oh, jeez.
A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tuliyolal's market. And that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me.
Talk about a stroke of luck.
I had already been in the palace some time when Lamachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. So, as you might now understand, I will stop at nothing to rescue her.
And I'll do everything I can to
While we
help.
await word from Thancred, I suggest we prepare ourselves to travel downriver. You have a boat, yes?
Had a boat, actually.
Why release the Ponity if not to delay pursuit? If we were unsure of their guilt before, then this surely proves it. Before we act, however, let us regroup with your comrades. Would you mind making the call?
Certainly.
Understood. We'll meet you at many fires.
We're headed to many fires to meet up. I may have put rescuing Lamaty ahead of my own progress, but do not take that to mean I've given up on the contest. You understand how important he is to me, yet regardless of how close we were, I would have made the same choice. After all, if I am incapable of saving my sister while also winning the throne, then am I not fit to inherit our father's heavy mantle? You had my respect from the get-go, but now I'm just starting to actually like you as a person, Kona. We need to gather our forces. Firstly, allow me to brief everyone on our present situation. Thus, at the very least, we believe this Hobigo knows where Lamaty has been taken. Thancred is shadowing their boat even as we speak, and I should like to join them with all haste. Unfortunately, our query had the foresight to release your punity from its harness, leaving us without a means to give pursuit. Ernville, as an expert on wildlife, what are your chances on recapturing the beast? With the right mix of feed, it can be done. I should like an extra hand to help scatter the battle, however. Would you accompany him, Kokozan? Sure. Meanwhile, the rest of us should work on getting the harness prepared. It appears to have been damaged when the punity was let loose. Without the peddlers here in camp, we should have little trouble purchasing replacement materials. As for any necessary metalwork, Earthensire's artisans are but a short walk away. But let us divide the task and have at it. There was an unusually aggressive herd of wild punities downriver, so our girl will have fled in the opposite direction. Come, we will try the waters upriver. Alright. Propose Jaja says, getting higher and higher and way higher on my sit list with all this bull crap. And let me tell you, no matter how much I played this game, My sit list is long. And he's steadily getting close to the top 10. Assuming opportunity has come this way, she'll be hiding in the depths of Mars Ligata. We'll need to lure her back to the shallows with the promise of food. Wild opportunities eat mainly aquatic grasses and plants, but the tame ones are often fed vegetable scraps. Knowing this, I've added leftovers to the feed I've prepared. This will help the mixture stand out against the Mars's natural scents. Alright. Ligata is crawling with predators, however, so I'll leave you to scout the feed deeper in. I'll be waiting for you near the cellars with the rest of our opportunities enticing feast. Alright then. At least headed close to the ether current. Oh. Here we are. And scatter the feed. Scatter every opportunity feed along the water's edge. Oh yeah, pass it beyond to the east. Southeast. Is it out on that little speck of land over there? Because I have to swim to it. Yep, there it is. Let me go ahead and grab that first. There we are. That's another one. And there's another one southeast. No, you cannot dive here. Trying to see if I can dive in the water here, but it doesn't look like it. Got more feet here. Let's go and talk to Aaronville. All set? I've just finished laying out the last of the baits. Step back out of sight and leave the rest to me. Alright. Leave it to the master of work. Yes, he is. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just need your help one last time. You're hungry, Ranger. Come on, come on. Yes, there's a good girl. We'll be fine here, I think. I'll give her a few more treats and then lead her over to the boat. You can let Kona know we have our punity back. Alright. Let's go back though for too many fires then. Grenville has the punity in hand then. Good. I expected nothing less from a certified cleaner. As for the harness, we were able to purchase all the parts we need. The Levier twins are over in Earthenside right now, having the pots and make the repairs. I'm told it shouldn't take long. We'll be ready to embark on our rescue mission as soon as we hear from Dankred. Good. Sibling rescue. Kono is nervously awaiting the call from Dankred. And this gives us the ether current, which means this would be the last ether current of the area, but I still gotta find the rest. Dankred must know something by now. Oh, that's probably him now. You found her? Understood. Thank you. I've had but to invoke his name. Dankred followed the Hugo's boat to its destination and confirmed that they are indeed holding my sister captive. They, of course, being KuroZeraphimVT and his minions. I swear I will make them regret this. Oh, we bode well. Lemon is in Wheatleaf tunnels. The moment the harness is repaired, we step in the punity and make our way back down the river. Again, I was not going to try to pronounce that again. There's Dankred.
Dankred.
The third promise is up ahead. She's unharmed, but we best not dally.
There's KuroZeraphimVT.
I spit on these pathetic feats.
The Keystone.
Far more satisfying to claim their baubles by force.
Give it back! Forgentin poured his everything into that stone. You've no right to touch it.
Oh, was that the name of your artisan? How could you allow something so precious to be stolen?
You thieving cheat! You're no true claimant!
What does that make the foolish kitty who fell into my trap? If pitiful roars were all it took to claim the throne, you'd be first in line.
Now, brother. You shouldn't tease her. Look, the poor thing's on the verge of tears. Meow. Someone save me.
His scales are as thick as his skulls.
Nice aim, though.
Coward! You dare ambush me?
Pot calling the kettle black.
'Tis the blessed siblings' favorite tactic.
Damn, his skills are tough.
That useless Buddha was sycophant. He was supposed to keep the lackeys running in circles.
Oh, you must tell me all about that.
The fact he's not even hesitating to shoot. Oh.
Careful now. You wouldn't want to hit our hostage.
Sit.
That one's not to be underestimated.
Damn right.
They can do nothing while we have.
Should have kept your eyes on me for once. Dankrit! Oh no, Kona's got her. Nice catch. A nice slide. Damn.
Impeccable timing.
Leave it to the gunbreaker to be the stealthy one.
Amachi, are you all right?
Aye, thanks to you.
Looks like you've been outplayed, KuroZeraphim.
These weaklings think they can defy us. We'll slaughter the lot of them.
Patience, brother. The keystone is ours. There is no need to fight this day. And Zoralja has left us hurting.
No! I won't stop until I gut these maggots and feed them their entrails.
Bring it on. Bring it the fuck on. I've been waiting for this.
We fall here. We fail our siblings for nothing. Is that what you want?
No, brother. Break off! We retreat!
Wait! Damn you, Bakuljaja!
Sit. And they're gone. Figures.
Do we give chase?
We head back. Amachi is safe. And that is what matters.
And now we need a new keystone. Kona? I guess he must have hurt himself catching her. Still, gotta give him credit. He did not hesitate to shoot. I'm glad to see you're unharmed, Lamaty. Thanks again for coming to my rescue, Kona. And I love you too. As if we'd leave you behind. The KuroZeraphim must be desperate indeed to resort to such aggressive tactics. I shouldn't have been so careless. I underestimated him, and it cost me a keystone. Fontaine unpended his life so that I could accomplish the Moblin's feat. He believed in me, believed in my cause, and I've let him down. So we take back what was stolen. Yes, we'll do exactly that. The next time we meet that brute, I'll knock him straight on his scaly behind and take back my keystone. Speaking of vengeance, didn't the KuroZeraphim curse some useless bono or sycophant when he caught sight of us? Good point. Who is he talking about? A reference to Serilja, I would assume. He is devoted to our brother, and is the only Bonawa I know of participating in the rite of succession. If Zeraja was somehow involved in this, I will never forgive him for putting our sister in danger! He will have forfeited his right to be called brother. Well then. KuroZeraphimVT should face punishment, of course, but so must the bandits who had the temerity to abduct Lamati. I shall request that Father send a contingent of Landsguard to enforce the law in this region. I agree that measures need to be taken to keep travelers safe. But I wonder what puts these people towards a life of banditry in the first place. If we dig deeper, we might find a way to improve things for everyone. Just like you, trying to help everyone. Just something to think about. For now, however, the ride continues. I thank you all for your help. Let's get back to it then. See you around, you three. We should be moving on as well. Are you feeling fit to travel, Wuklamot? You bet I am. Zeraja has gained a good head start. It's time we clawed back some lost ground. So Zeraja had a hand in this too. Why is it adoptive siblings are acting more respectable than the birth siblings, I wonder? We need to take that keystone back from KuroZeraphimVT before we arrive at the City of Gold. He will not relinquish it without a fight, though. That's fine by me! That's fine by me! Though they share a single body, it's obvious KuroZeraphimVT has two minds when you see one head calming the other head down. His personalities are as distinct as two individuals could be. Conan's depicts of composure and rationality, except when it comes to matters concerning Wuklamot's safety. Far be it from me to fault a brother for being protective, but still. the Wuklamot I once knew would have been inconsolable at the loss of a keystone. This journey, and your companionship, is doing her a world of good. Glad to hear it. I am really sorry this happened. From now on, I won't let my guard down around suspicious strangers. And again, I do appreciate you all coming to save me. Of course. History's Keepers. Wuklamot has her sights set on the Yokoi village. The road beckons, friends. Let's be on our way to Yokoi. Then it's back to where the path through the mountains begins. You remember, the part where you were tricked into walking off with Wakesa. Just going to rub my face in it like that, eh? I wonder if he's raising my hackles on purpose, though. You know, trying to keep my anger directed at him instead of myself. Probably. Either way, we can't be sitting around here all day. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. Right. Let's get back to it then. I was honestly expecting like another dungeon, but that cutscene itself was more than satisfying. Bye, Red Rock. Bye, Red Rock. So while I would not have been wasting time while we were busy tussling with the KuroZeraphim, we need to hurry. Erenville said this path will take us all the way to the Okupata Highlands, didn't he? Yep. Thus Bandits must have been watching us from the moment we stepped off the river boat. I knew I felt eyes on us. You did say that. I couldn't leave without letting Weatherrock know what happened, so I stopped in the empty side to say a few words before moving on. And now Erenville is nowhere to be seen. Couldn't he wait for more moments? So much for giving him the benefit of the doubt. Come on, let's catch up. I want to give that smug gleaner a piece of my mind. I worried Luke and Matt would agonize over the loss of her keystone, but it seems I had nothing to be concerned about. Onwards and upwards, then. Onwards and upwards, then. I'll be coming back to this place to pick up the ether currents later. Go for the one that has least less people in it. Tural, Okupata. I've never climbed so high before. I'll tear everyone off once I catch my breath. Seems those buildings up ahead are the village we're headed for. Oh, those are some nice looking stone buildings, I'm not gonna lie. We have to be quite high up by now. Especially wonder how much higher the summit of KuroZeraphim must be. The Yakhoi have a deep connection to the land of the Golden City. This visit would allow us to ask them about it directly. As I'm sure you've noticed, the air goes thin at this elevation. Take it slow until your body adjusts. Deep breaths, drink plenty of water. I've been doing that the whole time. Then he tell me twice. A few more steps and we'll be in Weller's Echo. Alright then. And it's another etherite. And another alpaca keep. Get attuned to this. There we are. I knew the path led here, but I never set foot in the village this village myself. Everything here is giant-sized, but that structure in the back is a different scale altogether. A temple of some kind, mayhap. Mayhap. Either a temple or a tomb. That's my guessing. Chilly air, stout stone construction. If I squint a bit, I might think I was in Isgard for a moment. Thank the gods, they have an etherite. I don't fancy the idea of trudging up that mountain trail a second time. Phew, I think I'm getting used to the air up here. So this is the place from the Lay of Proof, where Papa met with the Yakhoi. That must be them. They certainly are big. That must be them. I don't think I've ever actually seen one outside of a picture. So it is for most of Tural. The giants rarely visit the lowlands. Here in their mountain fastness, they tend to the solemn duty they pledge to undertake in their practice with the Stone Servants. To watch over the Tural Vigil Valley Garmanda and maintain its prison within their temple. Something tells me we're going to have to encounter it at some point. Ah yes, Uncle Matt told us about the Tural Vigil, creatures that live for far longer than normal and awaken to strange powers. Indeed, yet even among those anomalies, Valley Garmanda is unrivaled in strength. It has endured for centuries, bringing catastrophe each time it emerges from its lair. As you learned in the Lay of Ice, it was KuroZeraphim who had last managed to imprison the beast, and it has lain dormant in the temple ever since. Is that a hole with ice in it? That must be where it's imprisoned. It is said the building still bears a gaping hole in its ceiling from when Raligarmanda was lured inside by KuroZeraphim's final ploy. That must be it. I'd like to see the strongest of all Tural individual. I wonder what it was like to fight it. Roller's Echo was where both the Lay of Proof and the Lay of Ice took place. Does this not suggest we'll be facing 2 feats this time? That's a question we can ask the Elector once we find him. Or maybe we should flush out KuroZeraphim first so I can beat my keystone out of him. Identifying the downside is likely to be a priority, but let's find that thieving cheat. Done right. Now, where to start looking? Perhaps the feats take precedence while we're here. I'm sure there will be other opportunities to confront KuroZeraphim. I suppose we do still have 4 keystones to earn. And no matter what we do, the Constance will pit us against him sooner or later. Alright. I'll hold in my bloodlust for him until then. Alright, let's seek out our Elector. Then I suggest we pay a visit to KuroZeraphim the Graces. KuroZeraphim the Graces, or so the temple is called. The Moblins told me the High Luminary Gerfurler is to be found there. If we are to ask someone for information, then he seems a wise choice. Alright then. Just up here. Actually, now I think about it, is there any turn close by? 300 yalms north. Is it taboo to request entrance to the temple, you think? Good question. We'll need permission to enter the temple, but it's expected it won't be a problem for the Dirt Promise. Well, this is certainly an impressive building. It doesn't seem the sort of structure one would build to hold a Tural vigil. The temple guards have been watching us most intently. One does not stroll freely into Raligarmanda's prison, it seems. Let's see if we can convince the guards to let us through. I am Wuklamat, Dirt Promise of Tural, and I seek your Elector for the right of succession. May I speak with Gerfurler? The High Luminary has granted admittance to the Clements. You may enter. Oh, that was easier than expected. In we go then. Heavy doors. God, is that? Okay, I died with the voice acted here. Aye, Raligarmanda. Damn, that's it. Warning, that is one hefty prison of ice. Welcome. High Luminary Gerfurler. He is not here at present. I am Luminary Zermurwer. This is the Sky Ruin, Raligarmanda. It is. The Tural Vigil whose name has invoked terror since time immemorial. Even my people, once conquerors, all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before Raligarmanda's tempestuous power. When the Sky Ruin descended upon Urkopata eight decades ago, the casualties were staggering. Had KuroZeraphim and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last. Really? The titanic battle with Valley Godmother raged for 10 days and 10 nights. Jesus! As their foe fought on, tireless and relentless, our foes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Thus did the head of reason concoct a desperate plan. KuroZeraphim tricked the Sky Ruin into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Tural Vigil to encase itself in frozen ether. And it's been like this ever since? Nice work, Papa. But what happens if the ice ever melts? Good question. That same question looms large in our minds, where the magic sustaining this prison grow weaker with each passing year. Valley Godmother commands powers of fire and lightning and ice. Some believe that the violence of the recent storm was the result of those energies slipping free. Could it have been? That raging tempest from Valley Godmother. Setting future worries aside, you are come to attempt defeat of proof, yes? The High Luminary, chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant, has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. You are to scour our forbidding mountains, and find the waiting Gerfurler. That is to be your challenge. That's it? Ah, so the search itself is defeat. You've already spoken with my brothers, I take it. I have. Their expeditions are underway. Then we better pick up the pace. Aye, but we'll need a direction to search in first. Let's see what hints we can gather from the villagers. Right. We're gonna be fighting that thing at some point, I just know it. I've encountered many extraordinary creatures in Eorzea and elsewhere, but long has it been since I've felt such an overwhelming presence, like a dozen dagger points pricking my skin. As large as the Yokoi are, seeking blindly for one at the expense of these mountains would be an exercise in futility. We need more information. I sense the recent expulsion of a great deal of ether from Valley Godmother's prison. The ice will hold but for a few more years more, I fear. Oh dear. Tural Vigil sound an awful lot like the auspices from the Far East. Are they the same thing under a different name, do you think? Hard to say. God, Valley Godmother is enormous. I know Papa had friends with him, but it's incredible he could hold his own against that thing. Should its prison ever fail, though, we can't expect the old guard to come running. It'll be up to us to save the day. Well said. Defeat of proof. Alphino with serious strategy for information gathering. So I think we'll have to do next time, because we're getting 3 hours in and I'm getting tired and I'm hungry. So, that's going to do it for today. But KuroZeraphim, I am eagerly awaiting the day I will be able to kick your scaly ass. And Geralda, I'm guessing. I feel like we're going to be coming to blows with him soon enough. Kona, you are getting way up in my respect list. Like, you're becoming a great character and a great ally, even if we are on opposing sides. But anyway, I will see you all Thursday for the finale to Octopath Traveler, where we finish up with Hanit, Dirion, and Primrose's stories. Until then, stay safe and be well, Cybers.